Continue. Lori's been with Toshiba for 14 years. What a great company to be a part of, right?
Fabulous company.
We have the neatest, one of the hottest electronics in the retail world,
right,
and at HSN, has been these combo DVD/VCR recorders. On one side, you'll see you can play your VHS tapes, or on this side, you can play your DVDs. But if you want to transfer those old VHS tapes over to a disc and preserve the memories and not worry about them degrading and just falling apart one day soon, you can do that with one touch of the button. It is the neatest thing. Again, talk about versatility. And it comes with the HDMI cable, all the extra cabling you get, plus the remote control. Let's talk details, because I think people at first think, oh, it sounds so complicated. Couldn't be more easy.
Easy. It's so easy to use. This is Toshiba quality, of course, and I absolutely love the fact that they are still making this technology.
I know.
I met with my friends at Toshiba. I was just in the booth with them at CES for the 14th year in a row, and they were saying every single year when they announced they are going to continue making this piece, everybody cheers.
Oh.
Because everybody still needs a VCR to be able to play all the tapes that we have. And let's face it, here's what we're contending with right now in our homes. I know I just went through some older things that my husband and I had tons of tapes. I do not have a VCR anymore. I don't even know what's on here, but I don't want to throw this away because I have a feeling this is going to be precious. Let me show you what we found in the archives here. On tape, we found some of my husband's family members' VCR tape, videotape from the, I don't know, 50s, 60s it looks like. And look at this. We were able to burn it onto a disc and save it and preserve it now for many, many more years. These tapes, not only did they take up a ton of space, they also degrade, they fall apart. You'll see the magnetized pieces sometimes come off. You'll see that the tape underneath is completely clear once they finally completely go. This is a medium that was meant to last, honestly, about 15 years. So if you got married about 15 years ago and your wedding is on tape, it is time for you to convert and get that all put onto disc. All of that information, maybe it's birthdays, weddings, family special events. I mean, it could be just video like this where I don't even know what's going on. They're camping, they're out doing all kinds of crazy fun things, they're boating. I loved watching the way they lived back in those days. And these folks, by the way, are no longer still living. And look at this, I have no idea, the bunny outfit. So much fun. But here's the other thing that happens with tapes. Not only do they degrade and fall apart, this is a medium that absolutely wasn't meant to last. If it happens to get stuck in your machine one day, this could happen, and then all of your family memories are completely ruined. So here's what this system does for you. Not only is it going to play all of your tapes for you, it is also going to play all of your DVD movies as well. And when you utilize the included HDMI cable, you plug this right into your high-def TV, right into the back of this here on the unit itself, you are going to be able to upconvert all of your current DVD discs to 1080p high definition. So think about that. Maybe you haven't gotten a Blu-ray player yet. Maybe you haven't gone out and bought brand new Blu-ray movies yet to be high definition. And you have a whole library full of DVD discs. Buy this unit, and this is going to upconvert all of those discs for you into 1080p. Is that crazy?
Brilliant point. Seriously.
Oh my gosh.
So you make whatever DVDs you have better.
That's right.
You take VHS tapes, and I did this recently. It's something I am most proud of. It was one of those, like, it nagged at me for years. I was like, I know I have to do it. I was so scared because one of the tapes that I transferred was when I was in Miss America in 1985.
Oh my gosh!
1985, I tell you.
Wow.
And I thought, oh, it's going to be gone.
I want to see that. Yeah.
But it wasn't gone. It was there, and I transferred it. It's one of the most, one of those life experiences I hope to show to my son one day. I transferred it over. Oh my gosh. And now I took boxes of tapes like you.
Right.
And now it's like in a stack this big. It takes up so much less room. And just to relive memories like this, oh my gosh.
It's so worthwhile.
Put a
It's
flex
so
pay
worthwhile.
down and try this. Get started. Once you do that first tape and transfer over to a disc, it's like, oh, some people have started little home businesses doing this.
That's exactly it.
And I can see why, because you could make a lot of money doing it.
You can, because the cost to convert could be $20 to $30 per tape. Think about it. How many tapes do you have sitting around right now? We had about 10 or 15 tapes in our house. That would have been hundreds of dollars to convert. And think about what you have to do when you do that. You hand your precious memories, your family memories, you may not even know what's on them, over to a stranger or over to a company or an individual. They're out of your hands. I don't know about you, but that makes me extremely uncomfortable. Do it in your own home. Do it yourself with this one-touch operation on the remote control. And I have to tell you, not only are we including the remote control and the batteries, Toshiba has made this so easy easy. There is a red record button right there. You absolutely can't make a mistake with this. So you can burn all of your VHS tapes to DVD to save them and preserve them. This is a medium that was meant to last decades, whereas tapes only last about 15 years. But you can also go the other way too. So if your grandma and grandpa or your mom and dad still have a VHS, a VHS player, and you have a new late release movie that you love, you can burn that onto a tape. And now they have a way to watch that movie, and you can share with them. I know a lot of my older relatives still have their VHS tapes or their VHS player, and they can't watch discs. So now you can convert backwards as well. So this works in both of those ways.
Both directions. Right. And it couldn't be easier. Here's the thing I do need to let you know. Almost 600 are gone with this holiday weekend. This is a holiday weekend price. You should not miss this. This is a $30 price break. You can spread this over the course of 4 months. $49.99 to get yourself started on a project. Maybe you're like me and it's been nagging at you for years. You know it's got to be done. You know the longer you wait, the stronger the chances are that you pop that tape in and it's going to have nothing on it. But you know what? If you start right now, you will be amazed. There's so much joy. I feel like I'm related to your husband's relatives looking at some of these videos from the 50s. It's like, that looks like my great-grandma.
They're kind of crazy like us. I'm looking at these folks going, I love just knowing what they look like, seeing, you know, their expressions and seeing my husband in their faces. It's so funny to hear the inflections in their voices and to relive all of that. I mean, and these are people, they're no longer living. Like, they're not around anymore. So this is such a treat for us to be able to have access to this. And I have to tell you, I burned all of this onto DVD disc. So what you're watching right here is a disc. My husband and I went back a few months later and popped in the tape. I didn't get rid of the tape. I saved it. I popped in the tape to play it back, and it was already disintegrating and ghosting. I thought, I am so blessed and privileged and thrilled that I preserved that tape in time because it was starting to break down. It was starting to go. It's an old tape.
One of my other favorite tapes that I transferred over recently, I did this a year ago. Oh, it feels so good to do this. You will so love it. What a great resolution for you this year. But it was a tape, that I transferred to a disc, and it was I lost my brother 20 years ago, but he was on that video with my younger brother and me and my big brother Lonnie, and my dad was even in it. I haven't seen my dad in forever. Oh, it was so incredible to kind of go back in time and it's just this reconnection that takes place. So whether it's old memories, maybe it's a wedding or a honeymoon, or it's just those candid videos of family vacations, or it's any of the VHS tapes that Lori mentioned on, you've gotten movies. We had a huge movie arsenal. Right. We spent a lot of money on VHS tapes.
Absolutely.
Instead of rebuying the same movies on a DVD.
Well, some aren't available anymore.
And some aren't available anymore.
Some of your favorites didn't come out in DVD. If you have it on a VHS tape, you can now convert it to a format that will last, and I love that point. I think that's a great point. The other thing is, and you mentioned this, a home-based business. So if you think about how much people are charging right now to do that conversion process, you could do it in your very own home. Put a little ad out on Craigslist or somewhere and say, I'm converting tapes for $15 or $20 where most people are doing it for $30, and you can make a little extra income. I'm certain that way. The other thing you can do, and I love this, you can actually pop in a disc and, of course, have this hooked up to your TV with the included HDMI cable. By the way, $30, $40, $50 value right there in and of itself. Plug this into your TV, and now you can record your favorite television shows right onto disc. So if you love those TV shows and you don't want to buy the box set, I know I have a favorite show. It involves vampires. I'll say no more. But the box set is $80 a season. No. $80 a season. It's been out 4 seasons. So I'll tell you what, now you can record your own, record it right to DVD disc, especially those premium channels, the HBOs, any of those. Record those shows onto a format that you can rewatch and relive over and over again. This is easy to set. It's easy to record all of those types of items too. And now you never have to buy another box set. I love that.
That's another great point. I'm gonna have to start doing that.
And there's another one, your camcorder. Maybe you don't feel like firing up your computer. You're getting the inputs with this, so you're getting all of the cables too. And with all of the composite inputs here that you have and component inputs, you can just plug this right in, and now you're going to be able to, without even firing up your computer, burn your home videos onto a DVD discs and pictures as well. So a really multi-purpose unit. That's why so many people have been on board with this, and I know that's why everyone is loving it.
It is something you will always be so glad that you got. And like Lori said at the beginning, with the Toshiba folks out at CES, when this year it was announced that they were making this unit again, everybody cheered.
They cheered.
Because it's kind of one of those little hidden secrets. You don't see them readily available. It's one of the most helpful, useful, most I don't know, impactful pieces of electronics that you will use. Because first of all, it plays your VHS tapes. It plays your discs.
And
it records
converts
to
your
either,
discs,
and
too.
converts your discs to even better quality than they may be right now. But it records transfers from one format to the next and back and forth, all done with one touch of a button. It is one of my favorite pieces of electronics.
I just so believe in this.
I promise you, I love mine.
And as part of your home system, I mean, you are going to love it. If you're getting that new Toshiba TV that we just presented to you as our today's special, you have 4 HDMI ports. So this can plug right into one. It upconverts all of your existing DVD discs, as we mentioned, playing VHS tapes, playing DVDs with that upconversion, all of the connectivity right here at your fingertips. So now you can plug in just about any device you've ever owned over the years to this. To be able to hook it up, whether it's a camcorder, S-video, anything.
I'm sorry, I just thought of another thing that I did.
it.
Because talking about the camcorder, I had, when Tristan was born, I had a big clunky camcorder to start, and then I got more sophisticated, and it went to the mini DV. But I took all of those formats, I popped them into one of those converters.
The adapter.
VHS adapter. And popped that in, and I transferred all of the videos. Tristan is 16 this year, or he just turned 16. So to your point of anything like 15 years or older, you are so running a risk of it just going away one day soon. And just over Thanksgiving and Christmas, we sat down and watched videos. Those first few days of the baby coming home, and then the first, steps that they take, and the crawls and the spills, and oh my gosh, the most hilarious.
Adorable. And I have video of my husband, 2 years old, eating this giant piece of cheese. I tried to show it on television. I was looking actually for that tape or for that DVD that I burned to try to bring it in and embarrass him further. But I have to tell you, those are the memories that you just cherish, that you get the biggest kick out of. Especially now that you're watching it with your 16-year-old son. He's probably like, Mom.
He's like, oh, gross, look at me. Oh, there was so many funny moments. You forget.
And you're exactly right. Hardly anyone is making this technology anymore. So to get an upper tier electronics company like Toshiba that is still manufacturing this, you know it's quality, you know it's going to be useful for you. If you have this clutter, this mess, all of these tapes taking up all of this space, and you're ready to streamline, to Callie's point, maybe this is your New Year's resolution. Get everything on a nice slim disc, and it's going to preserve it for you for decades instead of the 15-year kind of time limit that we're looking at on VHS. They really start to degrade at that point.
We just went through and cleaned out the whole garage and the attic and everything. That was a part of our New Year's resolution. I couldn't believe how many boxes of tapes that we had.
Convert them before they go.
Convert them.
Hurry.
I
don't want them out of your sight.
I know. Thank you, Lori.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you next hour.
Pleasure as always.
Our next look at today's special from Toshiba. So stick around. I'm going to share with you.